Welcome back to the Kulwicki Driver Development Program YouTube channel. I'm Casey Campbell, and thanks for tuning in. We are, of course, continuing to reveal our 2024 Kulwicki Driver Development Program finalists, and here's another one. It is Chase Burda from Lapeer, Michigan. How are you, Chase?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. I always like to start off with this question. What were you doing when you found out that you were going to be a finalist this year?
Yeah, well, I was at my house, kind of just by myself waiting. I was just pacing for about 15 minutes before 9. My hands were really sweaty and didn't know. And I kept trying to refresh the feed. And then my sister was actually the first person to say, like, we made it. So once I saw that, it kind of, or I got rid of a lot of my stress. But
Yeah.
I was still waiting to like see it and read my name off the list, and then once I did that, it kind of just felt unreal for the moment. It was just cool to be able to make the top 7 and just to say we made it into the KDDP program.
Awesome. So you had a pretty good year last year. Of course, you won the JEG CRA championship last year. What was 2023 like for you?
Yeah, it was a great year. Prior to that, we raced the asphalt late model for 3 years and didn't come up with any wins. We've been close. And then last year we were able to pick up 4 wins and the championship. So it was a great year for us and just means we got pretty high standards coming into 2024.
Yeah. So going into this year, what is your 2024 plans?
Yeah, we are going to run the CRA JEGS schedule and then run a few ASA races and the CRA Super Series races and just kind of just goes off the JEG schedule just to see what we got time for and what we can make. And then like at the end of the year we'll hit like Winchester and then the All American at Nashville and some of them bigger Crown Jewel events. And then so yeah, I guess it just kind of goes off the JEG schedule and then run there.
Yeah. So I kind of talk about how you kind of got your start into racing.
Yeah, I my family always liked the racing. They never really raced. My dad, my grandpa, no one raced. Just always loved it. Loved NASCAR. Loved short track racing around here in Michigan. And I was just lucky enough when I was 5. My dad got or we went to Waterford for a quarter midget like test or try ride, I think it was called, and tested it, and I just loved it. I told my dad I wanted one, of course. And lucky enough, he got me one, and I started racing quarter midgets when I was 6, and then it kind of just grew from there. And we've been lucky enough, or I've been lucky enough to have the parents I have to help me get to where I am.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of there's a lot of things, involved, with the program and stuff. Talk about like some of the I know you've looked up a lot of the charitable stuff that you're probably thinking of doing. What are you considering on that end?
The charities are still kind of like up in the air. We're still discussing. We haven't really went there, and then but like community service and stuff. We have family literacy in Lapeer, which
Sure.
helps kids like good kid programming, or where on Tuesdays where we go to the library and help a good group of kids. And actually, when I was younger, I was there getting tutored and met awesome people through there. So it's been in the talks for the past few years, and this year it's awesome that it's actually working out, and it's fun to do that on our Tuesdays.
7 different states are represented this year among the finalists. For the third consecutive year, the state of Michigan is represented, but it's a different part of the country. Obviously, Evan Shako was in the program the last 2 years. Of course, he's from Coopersville on the west side of the state. This is you're from a part of the country, in the mid Michigan, Lapeer, the Flint area. So obviously there's a lot of racers that have come from there, most notably some guy named Eric Jones is he's in the Cup Series,
Yeah.
obviously from the Byron area. But what does it mean to come from your part of the state? Because I think a lot of people really kind of don't know that there's a few tracks up there in your part of it. You got Owasso, you got Bergeron, and all those places. What's it like? Describe your part of the state and what it means to represent the state of Michigan in the program.
Yeah, it's awesome. And like you said, Eric Jones and Brad Keselowski, those are the people I've looked up to since I've been in racing, since they grew up kind of around me. And I think it's really cool to kind of expand the racing world or whatever, like where I'm at. And especially like Lapeer, where I'm at, there's not a lot of people or a lot of racers around me. They're all like mid-Michigan or upper more. And so it's really cool to kind of be doing something different than everybody else in my area. And hopefully people, it interests them kind of people, and we can expand the sport more.
Absolutely. Of course, also don't forget about Carson Hosford too. He's
Yeah.
in the he's in the Cup Series as well. So we have three that are going to be in there. So that's pretty cool. Let me ask you this: what does it mean to be a KDDP finalist for this year?
Yeah, it's an honor to race for Alan. Just my dad always talked about him and him like the Underbird. When I was younger,
Uh,
we saw his car and I asked what it was. So I was like, "Is that a Thunderbird?" And he's like, "No, that's an Underbird." And it's just cool to race for someone like him, being the only guy to own a team and be the race car driver and win the championship is really awesome. And so just to race for Alan and have orange on the door or on the car, it's really, really cool and really excited for this year.
Absolutely. Um, so what would make a obviously you want to get a lot of you have a lot and you have a lot of goals this year. Obviously you want to win another championship again. What would it mean to have a what are your goals for 2024 this year?
Yeah, first things first is just win races, obviously, but I think just winning the or try to win that CRA Jegs Championship again, and then obviously win the KDDP would be incredible. But I think this will be a really busy year for us and for me, learning a lot about different things about racing on and off the track. So I'm really excited this year to work with you guys and just race and stay busy and should be a good year.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Chase, thank you so much for taking the time to talk and congrats on being a 2024 Kulwicki Driver Development Program finalist.
Thank you. Thank you guys.